already. Guys just sharing stories about one another to let their teammates know who they are as people. That's a step. It's a transition. It's a new thing that Ty has brought into that Clipper organization, and it just continues to improve what they lacked and where it begins. And he's starting at the core of it all when it comes to the chemistry.
You know what storyline you're not hearing right now that you heard a lot before last season? Who the Clippers are better than the Lakers. And, you know, there were some new faces for the Lakers and whatnot, but you're not hearing that at all right now because on paper the Lakers got better. Don't know if you can say that about the Clippers. I don't like them losing Montrez to the Lakers, like you alluded to, James. They made a decent save picking up Serge Ibaka, more of a shot blocker and three-point shooter than Trez is. But he's also older. He's in his early 30s. Montrez is mid-20s. I mean, the Clippers got a little bit older. And like you also alluded to, James, new coaching staff. That's going to be very big for this program. I felt like Doc Rivers was there for like 30 years. It seemed like he really had become a bedrock of that franchise. They just could not get past the second round. So Steve Ballmer said, all right, we got to bring in someone new. It's up to Ty Lue to get something done.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say. I mean, last year the hype was there. You know, the Clippers versus the Lakers.
A lot of buzz.
I don't think that's the phrase this year because of Denver, because of the Warriors coming back. You got Brooklyn on the East Coast. I don't think they're really going to make that comparison. They got a lot of work to do to get their identity back in the league, so they get the respect that they have the players. But you got Denver, you got teams over here in the West that are, ready to go.
It's not just Clippers and Lakers, that's for sure.
For the record, last year's team for the Lakers, 2020, they won a championship. This year, I can't say they're better yet. They're different. The style's going to be different, and I cannot wait to see it. Lakers are about 30 minutes from their ring ceremony. That will be on TNT, followed, of course, by the game. KCP shined in the bubble. He re-signed for 3 more years, the first multi-year deal he's received from the Lakers, now in year 4 in L.A.
It down. Yes, sir.
Look at this.
Another great pass by Gasol.
They better find him.
There he is. Harrell. Slam dunk. Gasol long lead. There's AD to finish it on the great outlet by Gasol. Underneath, that's good pass. And a good steal that time by Matthews. Lakers have it. Montrez with the slam. Gasol, look at this bounce. Beautiful to Schroeder. All the way blocked by Harrell out of bounds as Burke hits the three-pointer. Whoa, with the left hand, bottle slam by Trez Harrell. Let's go, downtown Los Angeles. Lakers are back at it tonight.
Lakers had a busy offseason. They signed the reigning 6th man of the year away from the Clippers in Montrez Harrell, added Dennis Schroeder, who finished runner-up. They also signed 2 players with Laker ties, Marc Gasol, younger brother of Pau, and Wes Matthews, whose dad played with James during the back-to-back titles in '87 and '88. Time for a little Access 360, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Good times.
Good times indeed. Time to highlight what these new additions do well. Big game, James. Take it away.
Yeah, great additions for the Lakers. Great assets. Let me find me a TV. Actually, I'm going to the wall for the first time.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Never been. Break a leg, James. Oh, I'm not going to the wall now? Okay.
It's coming.
Check it out. Access 360. Big game at the wall. Let me get 1 foot down.
Man, I hope
Here we go. We're looking at Wes Matthews, baseline out of bounds. One of the things that he does well, and he is a spot shooter. So when the ball comes in, you see he fakes right, comes off with this little brush screen, and right away he's shooting, I believe, 36% from 3. He can get it done from 3 if he get his feet set. Shooter, here's a guy that averaged 4 assists, averaged about 18 points. He's going to be trouble because he can do it all. He can distribute, he can shoot from the outside, and as you can see there, he can finish from the rim. One of the things that Montrezl Harris does best is he follows up on offensive rebounds. I think he led the league in double-doubles last year. 58% shooting from the field, and that's why he is not a spectator. And then you're going to come to Marc Gasol. 39% shooting from behind the three-point line. He's a guy that can create a lot of mismatch problems because he can spread the floor there are 4 additions that we're going to be taking a close look at. The wall's not too bad.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, our bench is going to be incredible when you have those type of players coming off. It's a tough problem to have, but Coach Vogel is going to have a problem making scenarios, lineups. He can go small, he can go big, he can have a lot of options there. So, looking forward to see what these 4 guys are going to do for us.
Kicking off year number 9 with a little breakdown at the wall, huh, big fella?
James.
I get up here.
Take that, Robert Ory.
Real nice. Mid-season form. You know, Fish and Ory proud at home watching for sure.
Yeah.
I can take Rob on, but Fish, I'll leave it to Fish.
Brez, the Lakers signed a new veteran center. Happens to be Powell's brother, Mark. Go a little inside access with him. He can shoot it.
Yeah, you know, unlike Powell, who's a very gifted player in his own right, Mark can definitely shoot threes. As you can see right here, he's a gifted guy who can really help the Lakers in this area. He loves the corner threes. 46%, that is rock solid right there. Pretty good on the wing, too. Now, top of the key, doesn't look as good, but to be honest, that's where he took a majority of his threes. A lot of drop-off passes to him when he was trailing, coming up the court. The big news here is the Lakers last season shot only 35% from deep as a team. So those numbers right there are already a little bit of an upgrade. Definitely a welcome addition to the team. By the way, he's made almost 400 threes in his career. Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee combined have made 14 in their career. So the Lakers, definitely lose a little rim protection when those guys left, but pick up a nice shooter in Marcus Hall.
Yeah, they bring in the veteran center and a guy who can stretch the floors, as Brez said, and a guy who can facilitate like that. How valuable is that for this team?
I think when you are building around 2 superstars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, right, you need floor spacers, you need shooters. But I think also when you have that kind of skill in Mark, as you guys have both broken down, not only his ability to shoot the basketball, that's one thing. But we've been hearing a lot about his IQ on the defensive end, but what we're seeing up close is how well he can facilitate. And I think that added element takes the pressure off Anthony Davis and LeBron James playmaking. It's just another option that Frank has in his toolbox.
Yeah, James, they're going to run a lot of sets where Gasol has the ball at the top of the key and he's got options and different actions.
Yeah, I mean, Allie brings up a great point because of all the skills that he brings. The one that excites me the most is his ability to be a trigger man at the top of the key because he can pick people off if you're cutting and you're slicing. And the one thing that he does that a lot of people don't take notice of, he makes a late pass. A lot of times the defense is defending you and they think they've done their job and they take one little breath off and he snaps you right to you late. So he's a smart player. He's a good communicator. As you mentioned, on the back line, you're going to be hearing a lot of communication, where picks are coming, what's going on. So, yeah, he may be a little older, but he's still got the wisdom upstairs.
And the person who should be really excited about the new Lakers, LeBron James. Heading into year 18, he's near the top in every statistical category, including games and minutes. Look at the numbers. They're off the charts. Season 18 starting tonight. LeBron James, 41,732 points. Regular and postseason totals. Those numbers are crazy. Allie, I want to start with you. This year, though, it's unlike any other year LeBron has started because of what happened last year, because of the shortened offseason, because it's year 18. Does the approach change?
No.
Got it.
I don't think so. I don't think the approach changes. I think he will continue to listen and understand his body and what it needs. And so as we talked about the patience of Kyle Kuzma, LeBron James will remain patient, though every single day he will show up and take care of his body as he has done his entire career. I think where we may see approach more strongly, more heavily is from the mind, the mental aspect. I think that is the one thing that you can never underestimate with LeBron James. I think you may see him try to get more of his teammates involved, figuring out how they like the ball, where they want the ball, where they work well, the combinations, who he works best with out on the floor. That mental action is where I think we'll see strong out of the gate. But I think it'll still be the LeBron James that we've all been accustomed to seeing.
No question. I mean, the older you get and the more experience you've had, like he's experienced, you become a coach. You become a coach on the floor. You become more involved with the mental aspect of the game, theory of the game, the science of the game that makes it easier on your body. So he's been able to do that each year. And as he gets older, he continues to do it.
Yeah, this is the shortest offseason for any North American pro sport ever. I mean, 71 days for the Lakers between games. You're shaking your head. It's really mind-numbing, isn't it? LeBron, who has said that he sinks $1 million into his body every year, you know, he's going to maybe like, and there it is right there, 71 days. You know, he's going to really sink probably even more money into his body this year because he's going to need a little bit more rest. I go back to what he posted on social media about a month ago when news broke that the season was going to open on December 22nd. He put an emoji out there. He did the face palm because LeBron was like, are you kidding me? This is half of what he's used to as far as rest during an offseason. Maybe he takes a game off here and there over the first month or so, but he was playing at such a high level just a couple short months ago. I don't think his level of play is going to fall off at all.
All right, guys, Lakers ring ceremony is coming up, 6:30 over on TNT. Wesley Matthews will not receive a ring. A little extra motivation for him this season. The career 38% three-point shooter gives the Lakers another weapon on offense. And next on Access, just to get you ready for tonight's game, we'll show you the top plays from the Lakers preseason. It's going to have a lot of